Is there any reason, do you think, for anyone to have any sympathy for Jeff Dahmer?
I don't think sympathy for Jeff Dahmer is appropriate. I don't feel sympathy for Jeff Dahmer. I feel empathy for Jeff, because I truly do believe that there, for the grace of God, goes thee or me. We could all walk in those shoes if we hadn't chosen a different path in life. I think it goes beyond this sympathy factor, Jeff. We must look into what he's done and why he's done it. So, again, if we understand more about Jeff and empathize only in what created this monster, then perhaps we can, in fact, help to prevent the monsters in others. No, there should be, I just don't feel the word sympathy applies. Jeff was an adult. He made mistakes, even though I truly feel he is mentally ill. You'd have to meet him to understand that a part of his soul died years ago. And the dichotomy to Jeff Dahmer is male or female. When you first meet him, you want to reach out and hold him. You want to hold the little boy in him, the shy child, the young man who has never quite belonged. The other side to that Jeff Dahmer is the one who is capable of doing anything to satisfy his own insatiable needs. It's not even a matter of forgiveness. He is a human being that has committed terrible crimes, and if we don't learn from that, then he has not served his purpose here on earth, nor have we.
But you're not trying to change the world's thinking about him.
Not. I'm not on a bandstand saying, world, feel sorry for Jeff. No, absolutely not. He has to pay for what he's done, and he will, and he is.
In a telephone conversation over the weekend, Sherry Dahmer asks her stepson what he'd like to tell the families of his victims.
I would like to tell them my sincerest regrets for what's happened for them.
And Dahmer talks about what he'd do to help the families.
Anything such as, for example, psychological testing for a book or whatever.
We talk about it, we try to come to a sensible conclusion that will benefit all without hurting anymore. We would rather find another avenue. If it means selling autographs, Jeff's even thinking of perhaps if his artwork, he's interested in art, if his artwork were good enough, he said, do you suppose someone would buy it? He's not looking for the money. He would give it to the families, but he's saying there has to be a better way than selling our souls to the public, to the highest bidder.
And Sherry Dahmer talks about a decision she and her husband Lionel made, a decision discussed in Lionel's book, the decision to send their adult son to live with his grandmother in West Dallas because they were having trouble controlling his drinking.
I worried, even as a stepmother, what if I hadn't sent him away? Would there be any dead bodies up here in Milwaukee? So imagine what goes through Lionel's mind. So this is part of Lionel's way of trying to find some answers, trying to share with other people and keep his own sanity. It's not a book about the victims. It's not exploiting their grief. This is about Lionel Dahmer and the beautiful little boy that he helped bring into this world that looked normal at one time and acted normal. And he was a beautiful little child who loved animals and played, and he laughed.